if y'all can handle the second meeting as well as we do the first one.
Well, they're the ones that gotta get on the road.
I know,
So
yeah.
they take long.
Oh, so you're not leaving tonight, you're leaving tomorrow? Cause I'm not a morning person. Oh, I hate traveling in the morning early, I've done it that.
Because I will leave here, forget the keys, call you at 6:30 and wake you up.
Jason, putting a battery in your remote,
Oh, okay.
in your remote, but I got the other key right here.
Want to see what you're.
Yeah, I got the pockets.
Oh, Curtis, text me. Well, it's all.
It's the brand new, so I get the other key. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
And she always gonna. Sit here. Yeah.
Get herself in trouble.
You know his name is on.
I put down.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
No, fancy like that, I don't know.
As long as
Where's the
he
game
thinks it.
tonight? It's here, it's here. Yeah, it's here. Who was playing? I don't remember. I checked it earlier and I still don't remember who was playing.
Once you.
It's God.
Oh, yeah,
Be a good one.
That's your laptop.
Okay.
Where you hanging it up? Where do you wanna hang it, Miss Robin? Gonna get it?
Wherever it fits.
In there.
I have no preference.
Okay.
I am very simple. She's like.
No, just reach over and smack you want it. Deal. Y'all gonna go up and up.
You don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna get with you Monday about some dates of ring. Were there, the 8th grade thing and the. What's the May 1st one? Something that May 1st is.
First and third, we just need to lobby them. Like we did last year.
Just put Coach Pierce on the thing, just we double check.
Well, that's the problem with the 8th grade graduation or something?
No, they called me today, telling me that I need to put it on there, and I just said, well, I said, have you talked with them?
Their graduation.
Or, yeah, for, you know, self-work.
Not graduation, career fair.
Yeah, that's the,
Talk to Shayla back.
okay, all right, thank you.
I turned it back on, but it wasn't working.
I told her, I said, have you talked to me? It's like, hey, I forgot that. I'll give her.
Same thing we did last year.
I know, well, but I just, I just haven't heard anything from anybody yet, so. Profile letting everybody know. So they don't-
Yeah, but it's on the computer, but it's not on the screen.
Jacob's still here. He's still here.
He's doing it probably because it's sick.
If I share it over on the share
I
account.
don't care where he is on the operation equipment.
Yeah.
Maybe if you do it down the hallway, more power too. Be one less person in here. All right. We all could be remote.
We're gonna zoom in.
Yeah. And now we have. That's what they do. It's those big things.
You switched in so I can be close to the door so I can leave out. Okay. Trying not to be around people so say, face. Man's
Oh,
gonna
there's not something going around a piece.
Oh, it is.
Well, there, I mean, it's the, my husband has had the flu twice in a month.
No,
In a month.
no. Oh, well, I hope not many people come, because I don't want to get some. Oh, yes.
Zach Paul, I follow him, he's one of the meteorologists. And
It's strand A, right? Isn't that what's going around now and some other respiratory something?
Yes. Yes.
So
So that was true, because somebody told me they had H1N1, so you like.
H1N1, what's that?
Wow. It's like, okay, because that's what I was like, you know, I got my phone. And I just know.
What's happened to like the flu shot, where we have all these variations now, we can't predict it? Because it used to work like a drug.
People tired of shots and nobody's getting shots anymore.
Well, that's because they missed the mark. I used to get it every year. This is the first year I hadn't gotten it in 20-something years. But last year, when I got the flu, after I got the flu shot, it sort of.
I told them so.
You sound like somebody in Florida. We ain't got snow in 20 years.
Yeah, that is on me now, pretty much. I wouldn't.
It's in 7 years. I think it's in 7
I mean, yeah, I saw the pictures. It looks unreal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Snow on top of
New
sand.
Orleans.
Yeah, yeah. Places that never get snow. Well, it's good their kids get to see some snow. So
It looks so pretty on the beach.
yeah, I know.
But I'd be so
It was
upset if
pretty.
I went there on vacation, thinking I was there.
One of my friends are retired, she did go there.
Go find it.
My dad, I just know that's why it's like, place for this.
The temperature.
Oh, yes.
In the 70s.
Okay,
The last day we there, I was got today.
Oh.
The one day was raining, but it wasn't hot,
Mhm.
but it was raining, and then when the rain stopped, the wind was crazy. So that's the day they had everything inside, but yeah. Water is unpredictable.
Yeah.
Always cooler. So I think this week it was all rain every day. Go show them Monday, Dan.
Miss Wood.
So long.
I'll let you know.
Your last $1, probably two. Somebody got down, so she last two.
I got two in here.
You ready?
$2 in here.
You ready to do something? I don't, who starts this meeting? I've never done a meeting before.
The superintendent usually.
Okay, so press the
You
button,
just
that's
greet
it.
everybody and say, we're gonna do.
And then
blah, blah,
call y'all
blah,
up.
yeah. And then we run through it and there you go, which it may just be for us.
Right there.
Okay.
You're live.
It's not cool. It's not.
No, it's white.
All right, hello, welcome to our annual report to the public. Today is January 23rd, 2025. And this will be a brief meeting just to fill you in on some things going on in the district. And of course, our mission and vision statements, learns today, leaders tomorrow. All learners will show ownership, have accountability, and demonstrate the ability to communicate, collaborate, and compete in the 21st century. The district recognizes that all learners are individuals and must have a purpose for learning. We foster a caring and creative environment that emphasizes the social, emotional, physical, and intellectual development of each learner. So you'll see different people coming up to talk. And first we have Mr. Jenkins.
Good evening. My name is Paul Jenkins. I'm the district test coordinator. As you may be aware, we started the new Atlas system last year. We're continuing to use it this year. This is just a general overview of what the testing system consists of and what tests that the state requires us to do. Along with that, we've got the 23-24 and the 24-25 interim scores. We only have the summative scores from last year, so we have not compared, but I wanted to make sure that the scores were on here. This is ELA. The next one is math. And this one is the science. Did you want me to go over this?
What's that?
I put it on there, but it's.
That's fine. Rights of parents and families, be provided with information on your child's level of achievement on tests and reading, language arts, writing, mathematics, and science. Request opportunities for regular meetings to formulate suggestions and to participate as appropriate in decisions about the education of your child. Schools are required to notify parents that they have a right to request information regarding the qualifications of their child's teacher and Title I paraprofessionals. Notification was sent in September of this year. Parents must follow the school procedures to request this information. Request should be made to the building principal. And then this is a screenshot of the K-8 learning targets that is on the website. Did you have a link for the website?
No, it's just.
It's just on
If they
the,
Google K-8 learning targets.
if you Google it, it'll come up for Arkansas.
I'm Lauren Starks and I serve as curriculum director for the district. I did want to add regarding parents' right to know regarding their child's scores. It's not limited to the Atlas summative scores, but those that information was sent out. And then we frequently update students' plans for math and literacy as required by the state. And those have been sent home and can be accessed through the Atlas parent portal. Next, we'll talk about what is the SIP. So it stands for the School Improvement Plan. And it includes the following things: identification of school planning teams and how they will engage in the planning process. So generally, this consists of coaches, academic coaches, building leaders, as well as school counselors. They prioritize their goals based on student achievement data, talk about different strategies and action steps to help address the academic and non-academic needs, such as some of the behavioral support that students may need. And they also talk about teacher and staff professional development needs, whether it's based on academic needs for curriculum and or behavioral support needs. They also address budget and the coordination of resources as it relates to those action steps in the school improvement plan. Next is our high quality instructional material. We use a variety of instructional materials. This year, the newest ones is the iReady Mathematics that we adopted for this particular school year that we'll have for about 5 more years. And we have that at K-8 where it's streamlined. And we also have Reveal Math. So district academic assessments. So student progress is monitored using the following formative and summative assessments. So school-based teams get together, content and grade level teams, to create common formative assessments. And those are based on the curriculum as well as adjusted as needed by teachers. Then we have Atlas assessments where there are testlets for K-3 literacy and K-2 math. We have interim assessments as it relates to Atlas, the use of classroom tool, and then the summative assessment. We also provide universal screeners for students in literacy, DIBELS, and DSA, which helps us address students' phonics, decoding skills, as well as DSA, which helps us address students' encoding skills or deficits that they may need support on. Additionally, those screeners will then inform us of more appropriate diagnostic assessments. And then we can also give Atlas screeners and testlets within that to support. And then we have diagnostic assessments for iReady Math, and then we can provide iExcel diagnostic assessments. The difference in the diagnostic assessments and the screeners is that the diagnostic assessments will provide us with more information as to what particular skills kids need to prepare for to get ready for the assessments. Teacher training. This law was introduced a while back, but just to bring it to the forefront again, is that all of our teachers in K-6 have to be science of reading trained. And so we are going through different trainings to support some of that. At the last board meeting, we did ask some of our teachers to be approved for letters training. And then they should be able to demonstrate awareness in knowledge and practice of scientific reading if they are outside of those K-6 and or SPED areas. And this is just a quick overview of the K-2 science of reading test cards, which allows school leaders to observe particular portions of instruction. And then this is the 3-6 piece. So when leaders go into classrooms and they're trying to see how teachers are addressing science of reading skills. They will use these particular areas on this test card to determine whether or not teachers are meeting the needs for students as it relates to foundational science of reading skills. And then all of our teachers, no matter what content area they teach, are addressed with this particular teacher framework. They are addressed on planning and preparation. They are also evaluated on the classroom learning environment, which includes classroom management. Then they have instruction, so how they teach students, how they use assessments to inform how they're going to do interventions, and then professional responsibilities such as participating in a PLC or professional learning community. We do still have opportunity culture where we have 6 multi-classroom leaders this year, and they engage in the coaching cycle in which they observe teachers and take evidence-based notes where they spend at least 10 to 15 minutes in the teacher's classroom. They provide a conversation of a debrief to talk about the things that they've noticed and seen, and then they address particular issues, and then they begin their coaching cycle. And then the coach may provide modeling or co-teaching if necessary. And then they do a follow-up visit to see how that teacher has implemented the practices that they deemed that they needed support on. And then leadership coaching. We have 2 goals for leadership coaching: that they sharpen the skills and knowledge of school leaders, and then to build leadership capacity in the areas of school culture and instruction. So the district has made a commitment to build capacity of school leaders by providing targeted professional development. So we have the Office of Coordinated Support and Services from Department of Education, as well as educational directions. And we've already had their project manager and coaches working with our school leaders.
We currently have, this school year, we have teachers we classify as novice teachers. These are teachers who are beginning in their careers with either no experience or 1 or 2 years. So they have to be 3 years and below to be considered a novice by definition. And in the school district, you will see the primary and the elementary have the majority of the novice teachers. The primary has 12, elementary has 11. The preparatory academy for grade 6 has 3, middle school 5, and the high school 8. There is a requirement in the state that we are getting support from the co-op, which we have a person, she comes and observes their lessons, critiques it, offers feedback that she sends through an email, and also to the district office, and notifies us if there's any kind of concerns. We also have an in-district mentor that's assigned. So every novice teacher in this district has a support person within their building as well. All right, we have with the waiver teachers, we have some, because by definition, the waiver teachers are those who have not met all the requirements by the state to be considered a fully licensed teacher. So the plan and what we have been working on, last fall, I did a diagnostic with all the teachers. We identified before Christmas what their learning areas were for their given content. So we are offering support, intensive support in the areas of content for which that teacher is teaching. We have science tutoring that Ms. Starks has been doing with our with 2 of our teachers, and she started that in December, and will be continuing that up through February. We also have a grant that we asked early in the year. In August, we asked for support from the State Department in order to get our people fully licensed, and so they put a grant in with the federal government. And so we have a person that's coming to facilitate study time, and it's actually a total of 4 hours a week. Teachers come and they work on a program. It's called study.com, and actually it's like a class, but it's like an online class. So we have that facilitator, And usually there's another monitor in there. I check on them. It's Mondays and Tuesdays. And it is mandatory, this year because it's not an option for people, to get licensed. Each waiver teacher has a license, that's good for a year on study.com. And they are required, by the state to take the praxis exam no later than April the 30th. Praxis exam is a test that, teachers take to demonstrate that they actually know the content for which they are teaching. I will make a note that since August, as we started school, we actually have 9 teachers who at this moment in time have provisional licenses. And we are anticipating to get more of them, between here and hopefully the, end of the school year. And supports. So we've ramped up even the support that we did from last year. So we did, like I said, a diagnostic test, just like we do a diagnostic test for students. We did it for teachers because good teaching is good teaching and it's academics. So therefore, if you know what you don't know, then we teach you what you don't know. They have access. They worked on 240 software that we had from the state, a license. And we did that through December, but with this grant from the feds, it's part of a grant and a study. So everyone has to use study.com now starting in January. And we're going to be gathering data on that. And like I said, it is for 2 hours on Mondays, and Monday and Tuesdays this year instead of Tuesdays and Thursdays. Teachers are compensated $25 an hour. That is something that the district doesn't have to do, and some districts are not doing, but we decided to do that to help encourage our teachers. But like I said, they all have mentors, and they also were given a notebook to write down any topics or areas of concern that they might need live instruction on, because we have people in the district that can teach them that. All right. So we will be talking here shortly. We have 1003 grants. 1003 are grants that have been in the past given to K-8 buildings, and you'll notice that's what is true here and has been for the last 3 years. The 1003 school improvement ones are focusing on how to improve instruction and learning in these campuses. And so it all revolves around an intense needs assessment, breaking down all the data, looking at what and why is learning not occurring. And these funds have to be directly tied to that. The district approves what working with the buildings, we work on those areas. We then approve it and screen it. Then it goes to the State Department, which I used to do that as well. And then that is screened. And then if it doesn't meet all the guidelines, it's sent back to us to make sure that it is correct. A big trend, I guess, in the last few years has been that professional development is to be on site where those teachers can get that practice, where people can come in and work in those classrooms directly with the teachers.
Back again, putting on a different hat. I'm also the federal programs coordinator, and I keep track of district enrollment because it affects funding. As you see, this was updated as of January 21st of this year. We're sitting at 1,279 students. The state projected was 46. But those losses of students affect our funding. So that you know what's coming up in the 25-26 school year. Federal funding is based off the October 1st count. We're 4.91% reduction in federal funding based off that count. We had a 65 less students at that time than we did to the previous year. It's estimated it's going to be 5.82% reduction in state funding. That's based off third quarter ADM, which is average daily membership, but that won't be finalized until the 1st of April. But best guess is 5.82%. Steps we are taking for that, we make sure we reduce non-essential expenditures such as travel and some professional development as far as outside the district. That's why we have on those grants, we have the people coming in to us instead of sending teachers off. We also consolidate the services and resources to eliminate redundancies, increase efficiencies. We're exploring, much like the 1003 grant, we explore other grants like the Project Lead the Way, et cetera. And we're reviewing current vacancies, and we fill those based on need, not on want.
Good afternoon. My name is Teresa Minor, and I'm the homeless liaison for the district family engagement coordinator, as well as foster care. These are the things that we have did this year. We did family Thanksgiving distribution, the family Christmas coat distribution. We have a backpack program, and it's on every campus. We have the Chicks Care Closet, and we've also participated in the TANF grant. We also have in our district, we have 4 different agencies that deal with our students. We have Arisa Health, Life Strategies, Delta Health, and Families Inc. We've also participated this year in the mental health awareness clinic that's the mental health awareness clinic that's May 19th. And Mr. Ken Jarvis is going to provide for us a mental health toolbox for our parents and our guardians.
Yeah, the right.
Sometimes they get hit.
He talking about.
Also, I'm the family engagement coordinator. We have did several things this year. Our community engagement week. Each school recognized their parents and guardians. We also had Mrs. Freddie Scott from ADE that provided a think tank for the school district and for parents. We had the Night Box of Love, the Angel Tree that provided over for 63 students. Our backpack program, and March the 7th, we'll have our parents. I will be going to our parents coordinator spring conference. If you have any more questions, you can contact me here at the school.
I'm Chanda Walker, the Director of Special Services. Some of the goals that we have with the Special Services Department are to reduce student discipline issues and focus on professional development in the following areas. We have monthly leadership collaboration with our administrators, and we're working to develop a multi-tiered system of support for behavior. We are also we updated the code of conduct, and then some of the training that we have been having with our administrators. We had a 2-day professional development session with Mr. Kelvin Oliver on restorative practices. And the focus of that is building positive relationships and fostering a supportive school community. Then we've been working on behavior intervention programs. And so one of those is Navigate 360. And the other program is Handle with Care, which is a verbal de-escalation program. We have also had professional development centered around the Universal Design for Learning, which is a state initiative. And the goal of that is to create an inclusive learning environment by providing multiple means of engagement, representation, and expression. And so we've been having monthly meetings that are being facilitated by Katie Novak, who is very knowledgeable in this area. We've also had teams that have attended monthly professional development meetings. And then finally, we have had training related to the area of child find. And so the focus of that has just been identifying students with special needs and making sure that they get the appropriate services that they need.
Good evening. My name is Cliff Miller, Mobile Operations. I'd like to give you some updates on facilities and transportation. Start off with transportation. I think in 2023, we ordered 8 buses. At this point, we have 5 buses. We have our electric buses fully operational. The remaining 3 buses, we should have them hopefully February of 2025. HVAC project at the high school campus has, we had a start date of October 3rd of 2023. That project is complete. That was upgrading the 180 wing and the 500 hallway at the high school campus. High school electrical repair. That project is complete. The scope of that work was repair and damage on portion of the building. Everything is operational up to date. High school roof repair. That project was for the LE building and the 500 wing of the high school. That status is complete. And of January 2024, the scope of the work was roof replacement and everything's operational. Elementary school update. Gym floor replacement. That project was complete in September, mid-September, October of 2024. Elementary track pole lights. That status is functional as well. Remaining work is the landscaping. I think the weather has been wet, so we couldn't complete that. Mr. Jenkins, you can click on some photos of the gym floor. Sure. Next page. Is that last? Okay, I think that's the last. I will turn it back over to Ms. Blankenship.
This concludes our meeting to the public. If you have any questions, feel free to call or email any of the people that made a presentation to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're done.